The camp was quiet except for the wind dragging cold across the muddy ground, rattling the wire fences like a warning. At the center stood a wooden post, and tied to it was a young German nurse, her coat torn, hands bound behind her back. A crude sign hung from her neck, the word "Traitor" painted in harsh black letters, meant to erase any sympathy before it could form. Prisoners kept their distance, guards followed orders, and judgment had already been passed without trial. When the British officer arrived, he expected nothing more than another routine inspection, another reminder of the war's hard lines. But something about her posture made him slow his steps. She stood straight despite the cold, chin lifted, eyes steady, not pleading. As he moved closer, the sign shifted in the wind, flipping slightly against her chest. Beneath the bold accusation, smaller writing had been squeezed in, uneven and hurried, as if added in secret. The officer leaned in and felt his breath catch. It wasn't a confession, it was a list, dates, locations, numbers, coordinates of Allied airmen hidden, wounded soldiers treated, patrol routes warned of in advance. Evidence not of betrayal, but of courage. He looked at her hands, raw from rope, and noticed the red cross stitched faintly inside her sleeve, nearly worn away. She met his gaze without fear, as if she had already accepted whatever came next. Quietly, she spoke, telling him how she had sworn to save lives, not flags, how she treated anyone brought to her, and how information passed through her hands had saved dozens who would never know her name. The camp seemed to hold its breath as the officer straightened. He ordered the guards to untie her at once. Murmurs spread, confusion rippling through the lines. He took the sign from her neck himself and tore it down the middle, letting the pieces fall into the mud. "This woman is no traitor," he said firmly. "She is a nurse who chose humanity." Later, as she was led away for protection instead of punishment, the officer realized the war had tried to simplify people into enemies and allies, but sometimes, written beneath the loudest labels, was the truth, quiet, dangerous, and stunning enough to change everything. If you enjoyed this story and want more intense thrillers and suspenseful adventures, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with friends who love a good mystery. Your support helps me bring you more stories just like this one.